everyone, welcome to my garden. First, I always want to thank you to all the subscribers and all the support that I'm getting from all of you. Thank you so very much. Today I'm going to make some changes to these containers. This car is very loud. I'm going to make some changes to these containers today. So this one I planted in one of my videos, the Gibra daisies or Gibra daisies. I'm not sure, at different places they say different way. I don't know which one is the correct way, but this is a beautiful red one, and I am going to leave this alone because it's really beautiful and it seems like it's really well established. But I have all these pansies that I would like to take out. Now this is I can't remember exact name. I will go ahead and post that on a screen when George is editing the video. I love them. They are actually Creeping Jenny variety or Creeping Jenny family, who they belong to. And they bloom literally all summer long. And when I purchased them last year, I thought they will be annuals. But in fact, they are perennials in my zone, it looks like. They're not very hardy, but we are in a warm zone. We are in zone 8B. And so I went ahead and divided them last fall and planted them in these containers. Now they're blooming, they're doing really great. I think I'm going to let them fill, and then what I'll do is kind of divide them again and spread them kind of everywhere. And I have a really good areas that I think you will see me planting more here in coming projects that I'm going to do. So I'm going to leave this alone. I really, really love it. So what I'm going to do, just basically remove these pansies. And then I would like to plant some salvias there. So I have 2 salvias, and they're small. They're not very big, but I don't really buy really big plants for most part because it's just not very affordable for me. And I have a really big garden, so for me it works a little better if I can get smaller plants but get more quantity. And they grow, they mature, they do really well. So it doesn't matter for me that much. And so I have 2 salvias here that I'm going to plant in these containers, and then 1 euphorbia like that. And then I also have petunia. Now petunias I'm not very good at. I think I'm getting better. Last year I think I did a little better with them than most some other times. So I'm learning how to grow petunias, and so we'll see. I would like to plant the petunia here, right by this yellow plant here. I can't remember the name. I have to research that again. I think I did that once, and then I haven't said it in a while. But anyway, I'm going to plant right by the yellow and allow to drip down and spill over a little bit. I think it would look really, really pretty with the dark. And it's kind of it has a little purple glow to it. I think it will look really pretty with this. So we'll see how they mature and do. But anyway, that's what I'm going to do with these containers. This morning we went to the market. It wasn't flower market, it was just a food market that we get together with our friends. We had one of our dear friends came from US. We ended up having coffee and ended up spending some time there. It was really, really nice. Then anyway, we came and worked on a garden a little bit. George just cut the grass. It was really nice. Got that done. I didn't have to cut the grass. We raked it because it was really, really windy. About 2 days ago, yesterday we had lots of rain, and when that happens, usually garden gets really dirty, drops all the pine needles, etc., down, leaves and branches, and so we just got that done. And anyway, I'm really excited to kind of get on this project and get some planting going here. And then I was also very excited because I was able to get a really cute little pot in one of the antique stores today. So for the cut arrangements that I kind of starting to really get into to cut some of the flowers and arrange it for ourselves. Anyway, then I'm also going to plant 2 David Austin roses today, and I want to show you what I'm doing with them. Now, these are Vanessa Bell, and I am in love with Vanessa Bell. I don't know if you guys have Vanessa Bell. Let me know if you do. It has such a unique look and such a unique color to it. I absolutely love this. It's so mellow and so creamy, and it's almost made it out of candle. It's a candle or wax. It's just really beautiful. I am so in love. I have 3 that I planted, bare root roses that I planted last fall, last spring. I'm sorry, or winter, and they came back really well. They're doing good. But the thing is, you know, when you get the bare root, they're only 1 year that have been planted, so it will take them a little bit to really mature and do well. But now the bare root season is out, and I really wanted to add 2 more, and I had to go ahead and get the pot. But they get quite expensive when you have to buy pots, and especially shipping also can be costly. So it really is very beneficial to wait and buy bare root plants in a appropriate season. So, but let's take these roses, and I'll show you where I'm going to plant them, and I'm really excited about this. So here I have herbaceous border. As you know, this is where, see, all the agapanthus are starting to bud. I have quite a few buds. I do need to give them a little more, maybe tomato feed or some kind of a little fertilizer that boosts, gives them to helps them to produce more blooms. So I just need to give them a little bit. Even this year, without the fertilizer, they've done really well. You can see they're budding, doing really good. I think I'll just help them, give them a little bit to just give few more blooms, but they're doing really good even if I don't have to fertilize. But here I planted, and you know, agapanthus are blue, and I think they will be really pretty to against the creamy yellow and white, will be really beautiful. So I have 1 Vanessa Bell that I planted right here, and it's doing really good. Now I planted this rose bush last winter. So I have 1 here, and then I also have another one right here. Then I have another one right here, and they're all doing really good. So they had their first flush of the blooms. Looks like this one is starting to bloom a little more. See, it has a new shoots. I'm very happy with them. They're very healthy. Oh, and here I planted Wild Eve. And Wild Eve is doing really good. I have 3 buds. Now this area doesn't get a lot of sun. It does get some filtered sun, and I think they really like it. So I have 1 small bloom. The roses are still very small, but this one is really pretty too, I think. So anyway, what I'm going to do is add 2 more Vanessa Bells here. I'm going to leave this hydrangea alone. And then I have 1 azalea right here. And this azalea, you know, I don't know, it's not my favorite. I have to take it out, and then I will decide if I want to keep it or not. I think this is an indoor azalea. It's been many years since many years ago when I purchased this azalea. I didn't even have this border started yet, and I thought it was going to be more robust azalea, but it really wasn't. I think this meant to be for indoors, and I didn't know that back then when I wasn't really familiar with this kind of plants, because you know, I am more I guess I worked in a garden in a zone 5, which was a little more colder environment, and you know, lots of the plants that I started experiencing with in a warmer zone was kind of new to me. So anyway, this was a mistake from previous years, but I have to decide what I want to do with it. I am going to remove it though for sure, and then we'll see what I want to do. So I will remove this, and I would like to plant 1 of the Vanessa Bells right here. As you can see, what I will do as Vanessa Bell gets mature, they're not supposed to get super big, I think. So what I'll do is control the hydrangea and control the agapanta. I can always remove parts of them out and spread around anyway, so that's not a problem. See, I did that right here last year. I divided them and I spread them more, and so that's kind of how I've created this border a little bit to mix the agapanthus. So I think it will be really beautiful drift of Vanessa Bell here with the blue. Also, I would like to remove this. I have a Dusty Miller right here. I would like to remove this dusty miller, either move a little on the side, or perhaps maybe even take them to the front and plant them there, and then plant another Vanessa Bell right here. So so this way I will have all the agapanthus, which are blue, beautiful, and then I will have a nice drift of Vanessa Bell. They kind of all will open at the same time. It will be, I think, really, really stunning flower show here. So that's kind of what I envision, to plant 2 more Vanessa Bell. So anyway, let's go back. I will go ahead and get this container started, and I'm really excited to slowly transition my containers from the winter, spring into the summer. I have still 2 more projects to do to get that transition like completely, but hopefully you will see them as I start transitioning. I will film all of that for you guys. So anyway, let's just go ahead and get this done and get these containers planted. I'm really excited to plant more new plants here. So first I just need to go ahead and remove all the pansies. And see right here, I also have a primrose. So this primrose is actually going to be preserved, and I'm going to take this by the pergola because that is a really nice area for the primrose. It's not very hot, not very sunny. It's kind of a woodlandy area. That's where the primroses really like to grow, and I'm going to plant more in that area. And the rest will be composted, basically. Let me bring some more dirt. Okay, I think this is what's going to be here. I think this is, let me see if I want to move this a little bit this way, but no, I think we're good. And I didn't remove any of the compost or added more. I just added more, just the potting soil on top. And the reason why is because in these containers I have my own homemade compost mixed in with soil, so it's a very rich. Rich compost there, so I don't see the need to remove it. I'll go ahead and probably add more maybe after in the winter time when I try to transition into more pansies and some other things, but for right now I think it'll be enough in there to keep them growing really lush. So now I have some fertilizer. They just proven winners fertilizer mixed in this water to give them a really good start. I also gave them a little bit of a starting fertilizer when I planted them, just to give them really good root growth right from the start. All right, we'll go ahead and get the rest done. Oh. Okay, I think this is going to look really nice. I made a big mess here, but I need to bring the hose and just basically wash off all the edges, but for the most part they're very well hydrated, fertilized, have a good start. Because I gave them also starter fertilizer. Some of them are mature. You can see I really love these plants, and also I really love cutting them and combining them with my roses or other plants in my little vases. They also look very nice there as well. And then the leaves are very kind of, I don't know, they're green, but they also have that coppery tone to them, which are, it brings another interest. I really like them. So anyway, but I think salvias will look great with the yellow. Euphorbia is, oh, I love euphorbia. It just brings such a beauty and airness, a movement to this container, to the containers in general. I think this is going to be really pretty as they start growing together and branching out. And I hope that I do really well with the petunias. We'll see. Again, last year I had a little better luck with the fertilizing with Proven Winners fertilizer. I'm hoping that this year they will do really well. And some of the newest varieties you don't have to deadhead, I guess. I don't know, but in France, I'm not sure what variety they are, to be honest. So I usually try to deadhead them when they have spent blooms, and hopefully encourage them to produce more blooms. So we'll see how they do. Anyway, but I'm really excited to bring this beautiful color here. Let's go ahead and plant. But I also wanted to just really quick show you that I have my geraniums. Hardy geraniums are starting to really come together. These are really beautiful plants. I have to say, I'm so impressed with them. I think I'm going to either start dividing them as they mature. I probably will divide them and spread them a little more, or I probably will order more because they're actually really, really beautiful. And I could probably use them in a different areas of the garden. really, really love them. They are very beautiful. I love the leaves too. Leaves itself have really nice, compact kind of, um, plant itself is really beautiful. I really like them. I think I'm going to have more of them for sure. So anyway, let's go ahead and get the roses planted. I am very excited about this Vanessa Bell roses to come together and create this gorgeous drift of creamy yellow color here. I think it's just going to be so beautiful. So last fall, I did some serious amendment into this soil because this soil was very compact. I did, again, all the flower beds has been dug and mixed with the compost. So in the beginning of the time, it is really important to start with a good foundation of your soil, good quality soil. And so that's what I did, but over time it started to get more compacted because I do have a clay soil. So last year I had lots of leftover leaf mold that I basically took all the harvest out, before the leaf season started again, right before everything started falling again. And I brought all the leaf mold and I started spreading with some sand and kind of dug, went around it, got a lot of work done. So this year everything is looking really good and it's staying moist too, I noticed. So I'm actually having really good luck with that. But I do have a lot to do in this flower bed. You can see lots of tulips that are done that I still haven't been able to go ahead and clean out all the old tulips. So that's kind of what I'm working on, a little at a time, as much as time that I have to go bed by bed and start clearing out stuff and working on the soil a little bit. But this was so much easy to dig. It still feels really good. So I'm going to add a little more sand, and this sand is quite wet because we had rain yesterday, and by the time I realized it was raining, the bag had a little bit opening and it did get some water in it. It's okay though, no worries. I did go really quickly and covered it right away, but it got some water in it, but it wouldn't hurt anything. So I am going to mix in just a little more to keep the soil loose, because I don't want them to be compacted. Although roses, they really don't like to have they do like to have drainage, but they also like to be in a clay soil actually, because it does hold moisture. But I noticed that if I mix a little bit of a sand, not too much, it gives a nice, loose, perfect combination for the roses. See, can you come close a little bit, sweetie, so I can show you this soil, how good this soil feels when it really just feels so good when I mix a little bit of a sand. It just gives that really nice crumbly feel to it. I absolutely love it, and I think plants love it too. I'm really enjoying it, and it's a lot of work to mix so much sand and amend the soil, but it really, really is so important. also need that infuse. Thank you. And I always love to give a little bit of an infuse. This is a great product that I love to use for roses and clematis and even for the boxwood, because it's systemic disease control, so it helps with the black spots, and it absorbs through the roots and gives the plants really good immunity towards the diseases. So I really like that. You can apply this maybe every 2 weeks, or just anyway, if you sit there a weekend, or any plants that you notice that are getting black spots, or have a habit of yellowing, or that kind of things. Over time it will be really good improvement for the plant. Okay, we are finished planting 2 more roses. Look how beautiful. Let me know what you think. I think it's going to be really beautiful, because this is just going to be a drift. It's going to be gorgeous, and they will get tall. They will fill this area in. Look at the beautiful color. I love this rose. I'm so in love with David Austin roses. I planted more last year, and I got one, and then I fell in love with it, and I keep adding and adding and adding, because each one of them are so unique, and it's almost addicting, really. So anyway, but they will get big, and they will have a gorgeous drift, and you can see I start right here, so I will have basically this beautiful lemon color going all the way down in between all of these blue agapanthus. It's going to be absolutely stunning. And I got more bamboos, which I'm excited. I need more bamboos for the dahlias that are coming up, to start staking them. And then I also just dug out one small dahlia, because it was on the way. There it is, and I think it needs a little more sunnier spot, so I'm going to plant it in a little more sunnier spot, where hopefully it will thrive anyway, and then give room for the roses to grow. So anyway, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm still keep working. I have some other projects coming up by the pergola. Slowly I'm getting there. And I hope you enjoyed this. Have a wonderful week. Don't forget to subscribe to my videos if you like them. And I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.